So once again, we have a new piece of information coming out that may help us narrow down when exactly we could get our next Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character revealed to us. I first saw this over on Smashboards, posted by Ayumi Tachibana, and they said, I haven't seen this topic brought up yet, so I'll just post it here. New 7-Eleven pop display with Min Min is now up until October 4th. So if you can't tell by the Japanese text, these are 7-Eleven ads in Japan. For a while now, 7-Eleven has just had an ad for the second Fighter's Pass without showing the first character, Min Min, but now they've added a new ad that actually does have Min Min in the display, and it's up until October 4th. So what's significant about this 7-Eleven ad ending on October 4th? Well, in the past, some of the 7-Eleven ads for Super Smash Bros. Have actually coincided with when we've gotten new character reveals. So when these 7-Eleven ads get taken down, we've actually had a new character revealed in order to put up a new ad. So it's very possible this could be happening October 4th. Over on Twitter, Push Dustin wrote, Yup, the 7-Eleven ad did change. Here's a full original picture. It's up until October 4th, Japan time. I'm pretty surprised they aren't doing a Mario 3D All-Stars ad since they are selling those cards. These ads are specifically for the cards that they sell that give you the download code for the games or DLC that you can buy. Here's the image Push Dustin got, and as you can see up at the top, it does say 2010-4, which is October 4th, when this ad's going to be taken down. In the past, when talking about using these 7-Eleven ads to determine when we might get the next DLC fighter revealed, Push Dustin wrote, the deadline for the 7-Eleven ad is February 2nd, but that doesn't mean the fifth fighter will release before then. This was, of course, talking about things before we got Byleth revealed. 7-Eleven ads don't always tell us too much about announcements. They've been decent enough hints for when Banjo, Joker, and Hero were released, but not perfect. So do keep that in mind. Just because this Min Min specific ad has a shelf life until October 4th, that does not mean October 4th is the date when we're going to get the next DLC character. But it could be a really good window of time, sort of a time frame for when we might get the next character. Sometime before October 4th seems fairly likely, as when they take that ad down, they could put up a new ad with the next fighter. Over on my Discord, Cosmo wrote, remember, companies are notoriously good at leaking things, and then posted an image of that time that Best Buy leaked Joker's render. And that's true, some of the best quote-unquote leaks we've gotten for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate have actually come from big companies like this in advertisements. Although this new 7-Eleven ad is extremely interesting, and the date of October 4th for when it's being taken down, a really good benchmark for the time frame when we'll probably see the next DLC character, we were already sort of guessing at that same window of time. The Joker and Hero Amiibos launch on September 25th in Japan and October 2nd in America. And if we look at Amiibo theory, we often get the DLC fighters very close to the release of these Amiibos, so it did seem like sometime close to September 25th and October 2nd, we'd probably get the next DLC fighter revealed. Obviously, the 7-Eleven ad being taken down on October 4th is another solid piece of evidence in favor of that being the case. So with another strong piece of evidence here, can we make an even narrower prediction at what days we might be seeing the next DLC character revealed? While we could get something like a Sakurai Presents for the next character announced as early as like tomorrow or something, that seems a little less likely now that we know that the Min Min ad has just been put up in these 7-Elevens. You'd think they'd give that some time to breathe. This week is also when the Tokyo Game Show will happen, so that starts Wednesday, September 23rd and goes until Sunday, September 27th. While we have had Smash DLC fighters revealed before at big presentations such as the Game Awards or E3, I'm kind of doubtful that's going to happen here at the Tokyo Game Show. Over on Twitter, Push Dustin wrote, Smash has never had a reveal at the Tokyo Game Show, and Nintendo is usually not focused on the event. Koei Tecmo has shown off their Nintendo Warriors games there, but it's never officially a Nintendo presence. This year is all digital, so who knows? Speaking of Koei Tecmo, during this Tokyo Game Show, on the 26th, they are doing a 50-minute long Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity presentation. We found out recently it is going to be 50 minutes long. Something else happening on September 26th that could help us narrow down when our next DLC fighter might actually be announced is that Super Smash Bros. Itself is having an in-game tournament. There's a Challenge Cup for September 2020 happening September 26th. I feel like with that Challenge Cup already announced, we probably won't see the next DLC fighter until it's over. So with the 7-Eleven ad ending on October 4th and the Challenge Cup happening on the 26th, I feel like at some point in between those two dates is really the time frame we should be expecting the next DLC character to be announced. I'm obviously not positive about that, but that would be my guess right now if I had to make a bet. The in-game tournament Challenge Cup happening on the 26th is a Saturday, and when the 7-Eleven ad goes down on October 4th, that's a Sunday, and generally Smash stuff doesn't happen on the weekends. So my guess is the week of September 28th through October 2nd is probably the week we'll get the next DLC character announced. Of course, I don't know for sure, but my guess for a while now has been late September, early October, and that week is literally the final week in September and the first week in October. The Challenge Cup happening on the 26th isn't the only future tournament we know about already. We also have this Super Mario themed tournament happening some point in November through December. If the next character reveal happens to be from the Mario series, that would fit really well for this upcoming tournament we already had announced happening later this year. So for a while now, obviously I've been speculating Geno, he's my most wanted character, and if Geno was the next character announced and had to do with that tournament, it might make sense to announce him in late September, early October, maybe release him like 10 days or so later, and then he'd be out for a few weeks before we enter November, and possibly you could put out some information about that tournament and Geno could be part of it. Obviously, that's very wishful thinking on my part, but it's a possibility with the time frame if that is when we're getting the next character revealed. Something else to take note of about this time frame, though, is that Minecraft Live happens October 3rd this year. Obviously, with the 7-Eleven ad ending October 4th, it does seem like this Minecraft Live event happening on October 3rd could coincide perfectly if they were to reveal someone like Steve with the time frame for when the 7-Eleven ad goes down. Steve from Minecraft has been one of the most talked about characters for Smash and was sort of a rival for Banjo. However, with Banjo now in the game and a second Fighters Pass, I have thought for a while a second Microsoft rep is pretty likely. Personally, I was more leaning towards Master Chief, but Steve actually happening is definitely a possibility. Minecraft is one of the biggest games in the world, and Sakurai is a fan of Minecraft, so having Steve actually happen isn't totally crazy. It really could happen. I don't know if it would actually coincide with this Minecraft Live event or be the next fighter. Honestly, I know we've sort of speculated about past Minecraft events and nothing has come from that, but it is possible. Personally, I think if Steve was happening, they'd save it for like an E3 reveal. However, Challenger Pack 7 may have originally been an E3 reveal and has been pushed back. So again, it's possible. My personal guess, though, if we get more Microsoft representation in the second Fighters Pass, is someone like Master Chief, possibly at like next year's E3, and maybe Steve would show up with like a deluxe Mii costume. He does have that sort of body type that could work for that sort of thing. We found out recently No More Heroes 3 is being delayed, and Travis has been speculated about a lot for the second Fighters Pass, but with No More Heroes 3 being delayed, it seems like if he was going to happen, it'll probably happen further along in the Fighters Pass. However, we did just get some very good evidence in Travis's favor of actually happening at some point. Over on Twitter, @TravisSSBU wrote, "This is a quote from Suda featured in the latest issue of Switch Player. Has me filled with hope that maybe, just maybe, he is happening." Special thanks to Doom Darren from our Discord server for the screenshot. And then this image supposedly from the latest issue of Switch Player says, "In Germany, at Gamescom 2019, you said you'd love to have a Travis amiibo. With the second Fighters Pass being a thing, what are the chances of Travis appearing in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?" And Suda responded, "That's going to be a big no comment from me." Suda51 saying that's going to be a big no comment from him is the exact sort of NDA, non-disclosure agreement statement I'd expect someone to say if their character was in fact actually coming to Smash. Of course, with how notoriously rabid the Smash fanbase is, he may just not have wanted to give any sort of response at all and get involved in that sort of discussion, but I really do think this is very good evidence in Travis's favor for being part of the second Fighters Pass. I'm always looking at Geno speculation, of course, and over on Discord I was sent, "Hey Papa, another thing to add to the Geno for Smash tinfoil hat stuff, but the Super Mario Kun manga is getting a translation and being brought over to, not sure if anywhere else, North America, but coming out December 8th, which kind of coincides with the Mario 35th anniversary event. And Super Mario RPG actually had a few chapters in some of the Super Mario Kun books. However, we don't know if that will be included in this book, as it's a collection of the best of Super Mario Kun. So this might be something just to keep an eye out for, as it might mean something for Geno and Smash down the road. Granted, it's probably just for the 35th anniversary, but tinfoil hat. One of the few places Geno has been acknowledged outside Super Mario RPG itself was the Super Mario Kun comics, and they are being translated for North America later this year. So potentially that could be a good sign of Geno being something Nintendo may want to push to the public a bit more, if the chapters involving him are even among the ones being translated here, of course. Whenever I mention Geno, I usually bring up the possibility of him being a deluxe Mii costume, and there's an absolutely crazy deluxe Mii costume theory going around right now. It's called Smile Theory, essentially just that all the deluxe Mii costumes so far have been smiling. Yeah, this is a really out there one, sort of like belt theory. That was that all the DLC characters have belts. Yeah, even Min Min technically, because she won the ARMS tournament, has a belt. So yeah, this theory is just insanity. Though speaking of deluxe Mii costumes, I do want to make a video focused on deluxe Mii costumes and which characters I think could make good deluxe Mii costumes. So hopefully I'll get around to doing that video fairly soon. There was also a leak earlier today for a Sonic Ultimate Mega Collection. If you remember the original Sonic Mega Collection, it featured a lot of the old Sonic games, so a Sonic Ultimate Mega Collection could feature things like Sonic Adventure and Adventure 2 possibly. It might be really cool if this is legit. There was a supposed leak a while back on 4chan as well that said a new Sonic collection is happening, but it will not include Sonic 3. So if that old leak is linked to this Sonic Ultimate Mega Collection, it's possible it might not actually feature Sonic 3, which would be unfortunate. Also, over on Twitter, Oakland LF wrote they removed Banjo from the Xbox Game Pass promotional image. And that is true, Banjo has traditionally been part of these Game Pass images, but he's removed from the new one. Over on my Discord I wrote, I saw that Banjo removal thing, but honestly they always used the nuts and bolts design. And with Smash using a more classic Banjo design, I could see, even if they have no immediate plans for Banjo, they'd want to step away from advertising that look as Banjo. By that look, I mean the nuts and bolts design, which isn't his most current iteration anymore now that he's in Smash. So I think that's all that's going on with this. They removed Banjo because the nuts and bolts design isn't really current Banjo. Alright guys, well that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. It does seem like the end of September, beginning of October is most likely when we will be getting the next DLC character revealed. If you guys have any thoughts or comments about any of the stuff I talked about in this video, leave them below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.